K Black Boxing, coming to you with another video. In this video, I want to speak briefly on Mayweather and McGregor, and the rest of the video I want to be talking about, Undisputed and just the landscape of boxing in general. McGregor did better than expected. This really just truly shows that Floyd definitely should stay retired, man. He's 40 years old. In my opinion, Mayweather beat the system. He made the most money. He sold the most pay-per-views, and he remained undefeated the whole time. He's never got robbed, none of that. So take that with a grain of salt, man, and just sit on the sideline, man, because you got hit with a counter left uppercut by Conor McGregor, I think, in the first round. And that's a hard punch to even land. And not only land, but to be a counter punch. So it basically shows you that your reflex is definitely not there. So you definitely should just go and just retire, man. I know you should have done your last one, man. You 50, you broke the record. You got everything you could possibly ask for, man. I'm just totally honest. He did get the stoppage a lot later than I thought he would do. A lot later than I thought he would, because I thought even though he's up in age, I thought he still would have bodied Conor McGregor a lot sooner, But he's an awkward fighter, long arms, all this type of stuff. So he had to, basically let the guy tire himself out. And in the second half, he did what he had to do. He came on strong, landed a lot of spot punches, and eventually stopped him. Did the referee Bird? Did he stop him? Did he stop the fight early? It's a possibility. But, be it as it may, Conor McGregor wasn't going to win the fight anyway. So, it is what it is. Bird definitely interjected himself into the fight way too much, in my opinion, every time they got on the inside, he didn't let Conor work at all. And even in the beginning of the fight, when he did that long, drawn-out speech, usually referees just say, well, the belt's high, and y'all professionals, y'all know what you're expected to do. I spoke to both of you in the dressing room, come out fighting and all that type of stuff. But in this particular fight, he did this long, drawn-out speech, you know what I mean? And it just shows you this was just an event. It was just all nothing but a show, okay? I hope they got everything they wished for, which was making all this money and doing all this stuff, and I hope it do everything it's possibly supposed to do. I'm not knocking the fight, because like I said, it was a good look for boxing. At the end of the day, millions of people still watch boxing, even though it was a UFC fighter involved, but it still was boxing at the end of the day, because it was boxing rules. But in my opinion, places like, sports centers like ESPN and Undisputed was talking about this fight like crazy today. And the show name Undisputed, right? Why they didn't, only undisputed champion in boxing is Terrence Crawford, and he didn't get that same look. Even ESPN showed more love to Mayweather and McGregor than Crawford and Undisputed, because Crawford was, he actually fought on that network and became the only undisputed champion, in boxing today. But they didn't give him no love. They showed Conor McGregor and Mayweather all type of love. They even showed had a little block for him, May Mac or whatever the hell the brand they were trying to, call it or whatever. But they didn't do it for Crawford and Dongo at all, man. Leading up to the fight, they probably at the weigh-in they showed a little bit of love. But if they would show that same enthusiasm as they were showing Mayweather and McGregor, maybe a lot of Terrence Crawford would be more of a household name today. Who knows, man? But Terrence Crawford, man, definitely is a good boxer, and just look at the whole landscape of boxing, period, man. I know the Brother Blood Boxing was basically saying how it's one undisputed champion and 65 title holders, and I'm going to take it a step further, man. I hope you don't mind me doing so. Out of those 65 title holders, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, only 4 of them are unified. So that makes the landscape even worse, because not only do you have 65 more champions outside of an 65 title holders outside of one undisputed champion, you got guys that's not even unifying with one another. If I'm not mistaken, only Keith Thurman, Anthony Joshua, Andre Ward, and Gennady Golovkin are the only unified title holders. You know what I mean? Golovkin and Andre Ward hold 3 of the titles. and Keith Thurman and Anthony Joshua hold 2 of the titles. Out of all the rest of the guys, or just single title holders, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be possibly wrong, but to my recollection, you know what I mean? I believe those only 4 guys that are actual unified title holders, man. So, not only, like I said, so there's one undisputed champion, 65 title holders, and only 4 of them. Out of the 65, only 4 of them are undisputed. So you got 61 of them that's regular, just single title holders, man. Come on, man. So if you can't tell me boxing is in a fucked up state, I don't know what is, man. It's kind of fucked up that a UFC fighter can come and fight an old man. And when I mean old, 40 not old, but I'm talking about for sports wise. You already know it's old. So I don't want nobody, if they old 40 or close to 40, to feel as if being offended is getting called old. I'm not calling you out old. I'm just saying in the sports world, you know, that age is considered old. So a UFC fighter fight an old man and Floyd Mayweather and get more looks than a fight of a magnitude of being undisputed between Undisputed and Crawford. And it's sad, man. Boxing is definitely it's a celebrity sport scene like now. You know, the belts are watered down, man. As an old head once told me, you know, boxing right now, the belts is like alphabet soup. Everybody got one. You know, so that's why I guess people not really only a few people are really excited and ecstatic about the undisputed title that Terrence Crawford has. He's the number 1 pound for pound fighter, man. But he's not getting that red carpet treatment, man. He's not getting that love. He's not getting, even from the network that he fought on, he wasn't getting love. You know, they even showing love to Golovkin and Canelo. And I'm not saying that Canelo and Golovkin's not gonna be a good fight, but all I'm saying, they not fighting for undisputed though. 3 of the titles on the line. But if Canelo win, he only won 2 of the titles. You know, so one of the titles would become vacant. You know. So, in my opinion, it's just sad, the state of boxing, man. We had a good, phenomenal year of boxing, though. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not knocking it. One of the best years I've ever seen in a long, long time. But we got to clean house, man. You know, we got to get these title holders to fight each other, man. All these contenders for each sanctioning body need to fight each other, and all the title holders need to fight each other. There's no way you have 4 champions in one division. I didn't know the WBO belt was vacant. I know Canelo had it at 154 once he beat Liam Smith or whatever. He beat him, and I guess since he finally moved up to full middleweight, the belt became vacant. But Cotto got this. So what you got? Cotto, Hurd, Laura, and Jermell Charlo. And if you want to say Demetrius Andrade got the regular WBA title, you can put him in there too. But you know Cotto not gonna fight those guys. You see what happened last time when he fought a young up and coming fighter, which in Austin Trial whooped him. You know what I mean? He beat him. So he's not gonna fight those guys, man. So he already said his last fight is gonna be in December no matter what. And I'm glad, man. Burn up, man. You know, Floyd, as I said before, just retire and you know, and take Cotto and Pacquiao ass with you, man. Pacquiao should have took heed to what happened to him and the Jeff Horn fight, but since he didn't, he want to come back and try to advance that. You know, Jeff Horn gonna stretch him this time, possibly. I'm just gonna say it. He's like fighting Australia again. Not only is he gonna beat him, he probably stretch Pacquiao. And that's what probably gonna take for him to really get away from the goddamn sport. You see Timothy Bradley and he didn't want to fight no more. You see Robert Guerrero say, you know what, if I lose to a guy that basically left for 2 damn years and came back and beat me, you know what I mean? I don't have it no more. So take heed, man. You know, like I said, Mayweather, you beat the system. You became 50-0. You broke the record, Rocky Marciano record, if you want to call it that. You made all the money, sold all the pay-per-views, and you did it in a fashion. You did it your way. You didn't create a lot of knockouts. You did it in basically a pure boxing way. You did it. You still sold all these numbers. You still did all this live gate. Take heed, burn up. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be totally honest. If McGregor would have fought a young boxer, he would have got bodied on Saturday, okay? I know four fighters that come to mind. They come from range from the welterweight to the middleweight division. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, as well as Canelo and Golovkin. All I'm saying, if those 4 guys, and there's many more, but those 4 guys I just mentioned, they would have bodied McGregor. He wouldn't have made it to the second half of the fight. He probably wouldn't have made it to the third or fourth round with some of those guys, okay? Keith Thurman would have knocked his beard off. Errol Spence would have bodied him to death. And the only reason I'm mentioning those 2 guys because, you know, Floyd Mayweather for real even though he fought at junior middleweight many times, and his fight was contested at junior middleweight, but he's really is a welterweight. And, you know, big as Conor McGregor is, you know, people like Canelo with a probably, with a fake to the body, came with the sweeping right hand would have put him to sleep. And Golovkin would have walked him down and beat him, cut off the ring, walked him down and beat him to submission, okay? So he fought the right guy. Even this version of Floyd would have lost to these young lions, man. You can say what I want to say. I can dispute it all you want. I know some of y'all guys still believe Floyd can pull a trigger and Floyd still can beat some of these young guys. Let Errol Spence or let Keith Thurman have been on the side of the ring and he would have fought those guys. He wouldn't be undefeated right now. Y'all can say I'm wrong, but I know I'm right, man. It showed, okay? It truly, truly showed. So, as I stated, you beat the system, retire, walk off to the sunset, and take Cotto and pack your ass with you, man. Everybody else took heed to the message already. Marquez took heed to the message, you know what I mean? So hopefully that regardless of what happens, as Cotto says, he stated, both him and Pacquiao fucking leave. So this boxing is in good hands. We don't need no more media hype fighters, okay? Floyd, go ahead and just be a promoter. You got a good fighter and Badu Jack and possibly, Tank Davis, if he can get his weight shit in order, man. Hopefully, I don't want him to be like AB, okay? So go back, rearrange some stuff. You say you want, I seen boxing.com, I seen a little article, I read the title, it said you done with boxing, you bet you want to help young fighters. Well, you got a good young crop of fighters, man. Badu Jack has definitely been knocked off. Anybody, I'm going to say this about Badu Jack, man, because he beat Nathan Cleverly for the WBA regular belt. I don't know if he's going to fight Ward or not, but anyway, possibly he's been linked to fighting Adonis Stevenson. One thing I'm going to say about, which would be a good fight, it ain't going to be no easy walk in the park for Adonis Stevenson. One thing I'm going to say about Badu Jack, though, of everything that you see a fight about getting knocked out and him bouncing back, it ain't too many fighters that bounce back, you know what I mean? Especially with young prospect stage. He's a young prospect, got knocked out early, and he has bounced back. He has done wonders since then, man. He don't do nothing spectacular, but he do everything right. You know what I mean? So a fighter like Badu Jack is definitely, no matter who you fight, I think I'm giving him problems to a certain degree. Like I said, I still think he probably get bodied by the top guys at 175. You know what I mean? But because I think he should have stayed at 168, he probably could have ruled it. But beat it as it may, I think he's still gonna get some. He'll give guys some competitive matches, man. So. As Terrence Crawford, man, you stand alone. You still number one pound for pound. No matter what they say, you're the only fighter that is undisputed. And until somebody duplicate the same thing, you stand in a class of your own. You're in a league on your own. You're number one. It's you versus the field, and this is how it is, man. I know there's some other good boxers out there, and I'm not knocking it, but they didn't do what you have done. They haven't accomplished what you accomplished, and which is crazy. I know all these media high fighters, such as, Canelo is the next guy. He's the A-lister. Before him is Pacquiao and Floyd, right? Floyd Mayweather. And Cotto held his own. But guess what? Terrence Bud Crawford has done something and more than all the rest of those fighters. I know you're like, K Black Box, you tripping. Terrence Crawford did more than Floyd. He's a 100-time champion. He ain't did more than Pacquiao. He's a 200-time champion, weight 8 divisions and all that bullshit. But guess what, though? You know what Terrence Crawford did more than both Pacquiao and Floyd? And the reason I'm mentioning those guys' names because these are two guys that, got all the media behind them. You know what I mean? It's still Floyd, not so much Pacquiao, but Pacquiao still got his allegiance. But he done more than all those rest of the guys, which was, what that is? Becoming undisputed. Floyd or Pacquiao have never been undisputed, okay? This is what it is. They barely even unified some of the goddamn. So I don't think, they barely even unified, okay? With some of the other title holders. So it is what it is, man. Floyd, Terrence Crawford is in a league of his own. And even though they're not showing you love, the real boxing fans are truly showing you love, man. You are the undisputed champion, bro. The only undisputed champion, man. This K Black Boxing signing off. Like, comment, subscribe.